There we go. Off to the races now. Let's get it. Excellent condition so far. UFC 313 fight week. It is now Sunday, day after the fights. We've got stuff on the docket now, so time to look ahead. Look forward, look ahead. And let's get this thing set up real quick. Throw on a little bit of the old MMA Joey just for fun. See if we catch him slipping on anything.
Chandler's a habitual cheater. So it won't shock me.
Chandler's a habitual cheater.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Half these MFers don't even have much star power, including Sean O'Malley. Agreed. If Sean O'Malley would have beat Merab at the Sphere, I think he would have got substantial star power off that if he would have chinned Merab. I think it would have been very.
Well, I mean, obviously, if the champion chins anyone, their star power goes up because the most eyes are on them at that potential time.
Can't believe I'm rooting for Patty. Dude, I need Patty to win by brutal KO. At this pace, Chandler will somehow fish hook. Dude, he fish hooked Poirier, and nobody even called it out at the time. I remember making a video right
Chandler's
after that
a
fight.
cheater.
Nobody ever talked about it. He cheated so many.
Chandler's a cheater because he's trying to win no matter what. No matter what the cost is, Chandler's trying to win. And yeah, he's fucking cheating sometimes. Cheating most of the times. But I don't think he's intentionally cheating per se. Like there's a bit of a difference. There's a bit of a difference. In the heat of the moment, what can I do to gain an advantage? I'm not going, okay, I'm going to bite this guy's finger. I'm going to hammer this guy in the back of the head. I'm going to elbow this guy to the spine. Chandler's of the mindset of, if something's in front of me and I can put my fist through it, I'm going to do so. If I can grab this guy by the mouth, I'm going to do so that I can get the advantage and I can win the fight. That's Chandler's mentality. And it's very obvious that's what it is. He's not trying to win via fish hook. He's not trying to win via back of the head shots. He's doing it, not excusing it. Still a fucking cheater. Still not controlling yourself. But to say that he's doing that stuff on purpose, he's so blanked out in there. These guys always talk about it. They have to get into this mindset. Chandler's going to win no matter what. He's a gladiator. He will die in the cage. He will risk breaking an arm, falling asleep just to get a win. That's what he's trying to do, and it's very clear when you watch him fight. That's what's going on. And to hate him for that, you can dislike him, but the guy's trying to win. He's got the winner's mentality. He's going after it, getting after it, doing whatever it takes to win the fight. We should be looking for more fighters to have that mentality these days. They do not have that same mentality. Some of these young guys coming up do not have that same mentality. Arman Tsarukyan, pulling out of that fight, for example. Back issue, then he's fine the next day. I get it. Painful, whatever it was. But these guys are not willing to throw everything down, sacrifice everything just to get in the cage, just to get their opportunity at the title, just to get an opportunity to win a fight, to make money. There's a difference in the level of mentality. Chandler's just that next level competitor, willing to do whatever it takes to get shit done. To a point, you have to respect him for that. Don't like the cheating. Think it's bullshit. Think what he's doing in there, not paying attention, not keeping up with what he needs to, that's not good. Control your weapons. Chandler's not doing that. So yeah, it's a bit MMA Joey just said Chandler's a
underestimating
bum.
how much of a bum he is. It's really, really bad. Chandler's overrated at this point. He's old, man. He's old.
Meanwhile, he almost took out Charles Oliveira in the 5th round. He's definitely not top 5 caliber. Definitely getting up there in age. I don't disagree with that. But a bum? Who would blame anyone for picking Chandler via big overhand right, big overhand left, throwing an absolute heater over the top with Paddy Pimblett's chin up in the air? Now, I think it'd be better for the sport for Paddy to win and move on and keep growing his star and keep developing as a prospect against a guy like Chandler with the star power that Chandler has. Paddy's the way to go for the company, right? But Chandler's no fucking bum, dude. Freak athlete. What are we doing here? MMA Joey calling him a fucking bum, dude. I'll tell you who's a fucking bum. Amanda Lemos and Yasmin Lucindo being on this card is absolutely disgraceful and embarrassing. Main card of a pay-per-view for this. Meanwhile, your long-tenured heavyweight perennial contender, Curtis Blades, has been relegated to the prelims. Bruno Ferreira, Armin Petrosian. How many boring fights have those guys been in? Not very many boring fights on that side. 2 big prospects, Josh Juavan and Ray Tisuria. 2 big prospects. They're on the prelims, but Amanda Lemos and Yasmin Lucindo, main card of a pay-per-view in 2025? Absolutely disgusting. Might end up being a good scrap. I don't know. I just don't care. You think either of these girls threaten Zhang Weili in any way, shape, or fashion? No. No. Embarrassing. Why is this fight on the main card of a pay-per-view? Let me ask you that. Alex Pereira, Magomed Ankalaev. The fight we've all been waiting for. Banger of a matchup. Great matchmaking. The number 1 contender in the division. Ankalaev finally getting his shot against one of the rising stars. No longer a rising star. Let me take that back. Alex Pereira is about at the peak of his stardom that he will probably ever be unless he defeats Ankalaev and moves up to heavyweight. This is about as popular as Pereira's going to get. Justin Gaethje, Rafael Fiziev. It was going to be Dan Hooker. Supposed to be Dan Hooker. It was going to be the banger to end all bangers. The banger for all time's sake, for all fighting's sake. Justin Gaethje versus Dan Hooker was going to be a war. 2 crazy madmen going in there against each other. It was going to be absolute chaos. Dan Hooker falls out. Who do we got? Gamrot, Fiziev, Dariush, Poirier, Moicano's throwing his name in the hat. Well, turns out it's going to be Rafael Fiziev, Muay Thai specialist. Has had a fight with Gaethje. There's history there. Gaethje narrowly won the first match. I believe that Fiziev won the fight. Go back and rewatch it. Fiziev looked more damaged physically, but did the damage on Gaethje. Fiziev deserves to have won that fight. Great matchup, especially considering that it's late notice. Jalen Turner versus Ignacio Bahamondes. 2 giants in the lightweight division. 2 guys, 6'3", 155 pounds. 2 fantastic strikers on the feet. Jalen Turner, a bit more well-rounded, has a bit of a ground game. Good, solid guy on the ground. Bahamondes, not as tested on the ground, not as good on the ground. We've seen how he fights on the ground. Jalen Turner, though, also got submitted by Moicano. So he's not an absolute specialist on the ground. These guys are going to sling it out on the feet. Absolute banger of a matchup. Bobby Green, Mauricio Rufy. Bobby Green, long-tenured UFC fighter. Boxer, clean with the strikes. Very defensively sound. Very fast, even at this age and stage in his career. Still very fast, still a good athlete. Mauricio Rufy, one of the great rising prospects at the 155-pound division. What he just did in his last fight was very impressive. The guy has looked phenomenal through his UFC run so far. He's an absolute style monster or a farmer. Very excited to see what Mauricio Rufy can do against an aging Bobby Green here. This is a good test. Bobby Green is not the kind of guy who just fades and falls out of a fight out of nowhere. You have to put him away. You have to hurt him. You have to get rid of Bobby Green. Otherwise, he is going to piece you up over the course of the fight. It's just a fact of the matter. Marisa Rufi, can he get it done? Can he get things going? I think he can do it. He's probably got the speed, creativity, variety of strikes, the diversity of attacks that Rufi has. Tremendous. His last opponent, James Lontop, I believe, did not finish him, but put a hell of a beating on the guy. That guy was not going to get finished by many guys out there. Tough as nails. Rufi put it on him. Look away, left hook. Insane. Never seen anything like it. Blew my mind when I saw that. I've seen Max Holloway throw strikes and dodge punches from Calvin Kattar, but I had never seen anything like that, where you're looking away and landing one of the cleanest strikes of the entire fight. Fantastic. Great main card. Curtis Blades taking on Kunaev, coming into the UFC off of the Contender Series. His first fight in the UFC will be a top 5 fight, against Curtis fucking Blades. Why are they doing this? No idea. Doesn't make any sense. But Curtis Blades and Kunaev, if you want to build a star, build a Russian star in the heavyweight division, put it on the main card. Why not? Why is Amanda Lemos and Yasmin Lucino, which I care, honestly, do not care about that fight whatsoever. This brings no value to the table for me. We've seen Amanda Lemos' career play out already. We've seen what she's capable of at the highest level. Do not care. Don't care. Joshua Van Ray Tesouria. Very interesting fight. Two young guys. Two prospects. Striker versus more of a grappler type. Let's be honest here. It's got to be interesting. There's levels to it. Late notice. Josh Van trying to get back in the win column here. Bruno Ferreira, Petrosian. Petrosian coming off the loss. Bruno Ferreira. Tough. Marauder. Banger on the feet. This one's going to be fun. It's going to play out on the feet more than likely. Heavy hitter versus the more technical striker, Petrosian. What do they have for each other? Alex Morono and Leal. Leal, obviously, in his last fight, came into it short notice. Looked like he was juiced to the absolute gills. Looked insane. Looked like he had never looked before. Seen him fight in the PFL many times. Never seen him look like that. Looked absolutely insane. Are they allowing PEDs in the UFC now? I don't know. Manel Kape the other night had a bit of the gyno on the left side of things. We'll take a look at that in a second, but that's kind of a fun matchup. I don't really care for it. Morono's kind of played out. He's not really fighting full-time. He's coaching and stuff. But Myron Santos and Francis Marshall, dude, early prelim matchup, 145. Fucking heater, man. That's what you want to fucking watch. I'd rather have that on the main card of the pay-per-view than the women's fight. Let's be honest here. Who is looking forward to this women's fight? Because I certainly am not. I don't care. It could be a fun fight. They've got the potential to throw down and have a good little scrap, but I just don't care. Even Ozzy Diaz. Curious to see what these guys do at 185. You got what it takes, Santos, or not? Because Ozzy Diaz, don't really care. John Castaneda, Chris Gutierrez just got put together on late notice today, as it was announced. Both of their opponents fell out of their fight the last couple of weeks. Throw them in there, get something going. Fine with it. It's going to be a little interesting. Catch weight. Well, it's not a catch weight, but they're both going to move up. 145. Good little scrap. They're going to throw down, whatever. Chris Gutierrez, getting a little stagnant, getting a little boring as of late, but whatever. Two higher-level martial artists than an Ozzy Diaz and a Santos. And I'd argue they're both higher level than Amanda Lemos and Yasmin Lucino. Shoot me for it. Don't care. Fucking, it is what it is, man. Embarrassing that this is on the main card. Curtis Blades, long-tenured member in the heavyweight division, perennial contender. Put him on the fucking main card. He deserves it. Why? Josh Van Saruya haven't been around a long time, but they're prospects. Put them on the main card. Bruno Ferreira, Petrosian. It's going to play out on the feet. Isn't that exactly what you want, a banger on the feet? Nah, put it on the prelims, man. What happened to female representation? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't you want it on the prelims so that more people can watch it? Nah, man. We got to. It's literally going to be my fucking shit break in the middle of the pay-per-view. It's just what it is. Other than that, yes, is it pretty thin for a pay-per-view? Yeah. But they're good matchups. They're good matchups for what they can put together. It's March. April's a fucking heater. Absolute banger of a matchup. All bangers down the stretch. UFC 314. God damn. I still remember when it was back in 214. 2 teens. I mean, my God. 314's massive. We've got a couple of massive pay-per-views on the horizon. This one's a little weak. And when you throw the women's fight in the mix, miss me with that $80 price tag. Miss me with that. Get the $10 off now. Now. You got one more day to do it. By the end of Monday the 3rd. Got to get it $10 off. Buy that shit. This is not an $80 pay-per-view. See what MMA Joey's saying.
3 million people.
Fucking idiot.
I think those numbers are highly inflated.
MMA Joey talking shit.
Awesome,
I don't know why he hates Michael Chandler so much. Does not make any sense to me.
I think those numbers are highly inflated because it's anyone that just scrolls.
Dislike the guy. Call him a cheater. I don't care. He's a cheater. He's cheating. But dude's trying to win. Win above all else. And you can't really fault him for that. I mean, he's in there in a cage fight. Almost everything is totally fair game in there.
Respect for Tom Aspinall after his last YouTube video. Dude just wants to fight the best fighters.
It is what it is, man. He's trying to win. He's cheating to get there, but he's trying to win.
Yeah, I think.
How do you have such a deep level of hatred for him? Meanwhile, I'm a guru, also still live.
Just trying to get a lift in now and then, you know what I mean? Keep a good frame. Keep a good looking frame.
MMA guru always chatting it up.
Protein and creatine? No, I don't take creatine.
Like him or hate him. Got a huge audience.
I have a meal that's heavily protein, like chicken and egg or beef and egg. And
leading the charge in terms of just being honest about stuff.
Restaurants on my own again now. But you know, give me another few weeks, I'll get back into it.
Everybody likes to shit on the guy.
Sits in his for a few weeks
closet.
I went to South Africa and
what the fuck am I doing? Same exact fucking thing.
If I just kept that going for another few months, I would have been probably quite yoked. But,
gets a lot of shit right, I can tell you that. The more I listen, the more I hear like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
The commentary yesterday was so bad. My dad was like, "Where did they find?"
When you listen to the UFC stuff and you listen to
an awful commentary mix-up, it was.
Anybody in the media, you get a little bit suspicious after a while. Is this the truth? What is this? What's going on? Is there a narrative being pushed here? It's always questionable. Always questionable.
Because Patterson landed on him, basically.
Just a fact of the matter. You can't get away from it these days.
You have to worry about science-based lifting, yeah. Thank you for the 7. How tall are you? I'm like 6'3.5".
John Castaneda.
In the mornings, if you.
What else is going on? Marcel's got another post.
Maybe pushing towards 6'4", but I'm not 6'4".
Let us see what's going on. All right. UFC 313, we were just looking at it. UFC Vegas Fight Night 254. Apex 103, 104 at this point now. Jesus.
Okay.
Vittori, Delize, and Jokwani versus Zaleski dos Santos. That'll be an interesting one. Alex Hernandez, Kurt Holobaugh. There's like some good scraps mixed in here, just not a lot of name value. Waldo Cortez Acosta and Ryan Spann at heavyweight.
I've been doing pull-ups and dips
Ryan
lately.
Spann,
Dumbbells
big
better.
light heavyweight, lost a couple, moving up to heavyweight.
Maybe I'm like the same.
Tell me that's not interesting. I've been talking about this for weeks now.
I reckon I'm a tad taller.
Some of these big light heavyweights need to move up, and Ryan Spann's going to test his luck
I haven't been doing pull-ups
in just a couple of weeks.
Dumbbells better. I don't know. Up to you, man.
The rest of that card.
I'm just doing what I want to. My muscles ache.
Yuck. Couple scraps. Couple of scraps in that one.
dude.
London, of
Not
course,
trying
the
to be a
week
dick,
after.
but don't you have heaps of time on your hands?
Solid
What are you
card.
doing when procrastinating in the
Just
gym?
a lot of weird
Yeah.
non-English
Watching
related
videos. I
matchups.
watch
Jan
videos,
Blachowicz
YouTube
making his
stuff.
comeback
I
here.
chill my family a little bit more. I'm trying to do it a little bit more.
Edwards, Sean Brady. That's a
I
good
lay in
one.
bed.
Striker, grappler.
You know what I
It's
mean?
going to be fun.
I sleep in
Sean
intervals.
Brady
I
on a
don't
little bit
sleep all
short
the way
notice
through
here,
8
but he's
hours,
still
so
got
I'm quite
time.
often
Still
in
got
bed
time to
longer
make the
than
weight and all that.
So
Hopefully he can get in there.
Don't know.
Just had a kid apparently,
procrastinate
so he's
streaming,
going to be
stream, procrastinate
motivated
video.
for sure.
Making the
Blachowicz,
video is a
Carlos
lot
Oberg.
less than the hour before thinking
Big
about
test for
making the
Oberg
video,
coming up the
to be honest
rankings.
with you.
Gunnar Nelson,
Legit
Kevin Holland.
gym
Kevin Holland
math
fighting another
is
grappler.
Luke Thomas content, just lift chat. Yeah, exactly. People need to do what we're. Oh, here we go. dude.
Guess
I
what's
reckon
going to
that's
happen in
what
that
we're
one?
into.
Just
Thank
guess
you for the
for me.
$10. Yes.
Molly
People need to do
McCann
what
taking
works
on
for them.
Estella
We're all
Nunes.
built different. Yeah, I
Don't
skate a
care.
lot going
Molly's
uphill when
overrated.
most of y'all can't.
She's
Okay,
got big
my legs are
power.
tree trunks.
She's a
It's
good
not really a case
athlete.
for me. I just
Beyond
wanna
that,
hold you.
don't
There you go. No need for squats.
Don't care.
There you go, brother.
Vucenic,
Thank you
Chris
for the $10.
Duncan.
Appreciate
No,
it.
that's a good matchup. Jordan Vucenic made his debut against Guram Kutsteledze.
Appreciate the 10.
Made a good showing for himself. Made a
Never read
respectable
fantasy
showing
books.
for
When I
himself.
was
Chris
younger, yeah,
Duncan's
I
a
used
tough
to,
out, though.
read Darren
Jordan
Shanks
Vucenic
books and
sounds
Black
like it's
Panther
probably going to be a
Horror.
lightweight,
And I
though.
used to read the
That's
Percy
gonna be
Jackson
tough.
books as well.
He's more of a featherweight. Like
And
Nathaniel
the,
Wood, more of a
extensions to it as
bantamweight. But
well,
taking on
from
Morgan
Europe,
Charrier.
Lucas, and
Got
all
the
those
history
books
from
that I
Cage
read
Warriors.
when I was
France versus England. That's going to be a fun one. Jai Herbert,
Video
Chris
dropping
Padilla.
after the
Good one.
stream.
Loner Kavanaugh.
And I read a few.
He's staying active. Felipe
I
Dos
want to
Santos.
say
That's
Bernard
tough.
Cornwell or
That's
some
tough.
shit
He's
like
23
that. When I
years
was younger,
old.
I read a few of his books.
Kavanaugh?
As well. He used to make like there was
Maybe,
one that he
maybe I'm
made
wrong.
about a Roman centurion, and then there was another one that he made about a medieval era book that I read. I can't remember.
That's going to be interesting. Marcin Tybura, Mick Parkin. That's a big one in heavyweight. Ranked guys at this point. Christian Leroy Duncan coming back. Sean O'Bannon. I don't care. Nathan Fletcher. Callum Loughran. That's a good little scrap right there. That's going to be a fun one. Two guys that really need to see. We need to see where they're at. Who's going to stick around? Who's going to beat the bums of the bums? And who is not UFC caliber. Okay. Callum Loughran, stocky little stump of a man. Always hilarious to see him get in there. Dude's a powerhouse, though. Take out Nathan Fletcher and just move on with things. Carry the Irish flag with pride, you know. Guram Kutsteledze versus Quaway Fernandez. Guram, dude. The aura's gone at this point. Taking too many losses, but damn. That guy was on some shit on the come up, man. Guram a couple years ago. Very interesting. Very interesting what we were going to see from him. Hasn't really panned out. It is what it is. Mexico City. Looking pretty loaded there. Brandon Moreno, Steve Erceg. Good one for the flyweights. If Brandon Moreno's going to beat Amir Albazi and ruin a prospect, Steve Erceg coming off the loss to Kai Kara-France, get back in there, potentially beat Brandon Moreno on the feet. Who knows? It's going to be a good scrap on the feet. Brandon Moreno might have to look to mix it up against Steve Erceg. We'll have to see what happens there. But Manuel Torres, Drew Dober, whoo, banger, bro. Banger. I don't even know what's going to happen. It's going to be like a first-round dogfight. First-round war. Likely a first-round finish, let's be honest here. Calvin Gastelum, Joe Pyfer, Calvin Gastelum. What you got, man? Moving back up to 185. Whew. Joe Pyfer, though, dog. Can he put away Gastelum? Gonna be interesting to see in that one. Austin Hubbard versus somebody on the main card. David Martinez, Simon Oliveira. That's intriguing. Ronaldo Rodriguez and Kevin Borjas. Interesting. Edgar Shirez, CJ Vergara. Okay, decent one of flyweight. Not bad. Medina versus Gautier. Lupe Godinez. Rafa Garcia, Vince Pacel. Christian Rodriguez and Melquizel. Costa just fought on the Seattle card. Dude's getting right back in there against C-Rod. Maybe he will avenge all the other prospects. We'll have to wait and see. Please do something, Costa. Take out C-Rod. C-Rod's really good, but I just don't like how I do not like how he is progressing through his career. Missing weight, moving up to a weight class that he obviously does not fit in. Got ragdolled by Juicy J, Julian Erosa. I mean, not a good look, brother. What are we doing? Back to the Apex. MMA Joey said that Israel Adesanya's got better striking than Alex Pereira despite being knocked down multiple times by the guy. Let me know what you think about that. I'm curious. Curious what you would think. Back to the Apex, though. Josh Emmett, Lerone Murphy. Don't know why it's taking place in the Apex. Smaller cage. Might favor Josh Emmett there. We'll have to wait and see. Kennedy Nzechukwu taking on Martin Budai at heavyweight. Another former light heavyweight guy moving up to heavyweight, doing really well. Kennedy's doing. Can Ryan Spann replicate that success? I think he can. Joe Anderson Brito, Pat Sabatini. Joe Anderson Brito going to probably pick up another win there. But what I'm looking at here, David Greer and Daniel Santos, that's going to be fun. Gerald Meerschaert, Brad Tavares, that's going to be interesting. Gerald Meerschaert, the old guy, right? The old head. Brad Tavares, the young guy, been around for forever, right? I don't know. Brad Tavares taking a hell of a lot of damage in his career. Gerald Meerschaert, the absolute Chad. It's going to be awesome. Ode Osborne. Some women's fights I don't care about, to be honest with you. Cortavius Romeus getting in there. Torres Finney making his debut, I believe. Reese McKee also coming back. That's going to be... This is what the Apex card should be, man. Prospects. This is your foundation. Build your prospects. Then you can move them on to the fight nights. Then you can move them on to ESPN. Build your stars. Apex on ESPN Plus. Go to ESPN and get on the ESPN cards. Where you're away, where you have a crowd, where you have to prove yourself, where you got the pressure of the crowd. Go from the Apex. Prove yourself at the Apex. Then you get to move on to a fight night card. Prove yourself in a crowd. Prove yourself somewhere across the United States. Somewhere across the world. Prove yourself on the stage. Then you get to move on to a pay-per-view where all the eyes are on you, where it's the big, heavily promoted card. That's what you want to be on. And you want to progress from the Apex to the fight nights, from ESPN Plus to ESPN to the pay-per-view. That's how this shit should work. That's how it needs to work. Go step by step. Make your way up from the bottom of the Apex, where you're competing on the Dana White Contender Series, where you're competing on the Ultimate Fighter. Move on to an Apex card on ESPN Plus. Move your way up. Prove yourself. Then you get to move on to ESPN. Then you get to move on to the nationwide broadcast of ESPN and on a fight night, away, on a crowd. Get the pressure of the crowd. The bright lights are all on you. But then the eyes come for the pay-per-views. That's where you want to have the stars, man. Up and down the card, 314 is absolutely loaded. This is how it should be every single week. A progression. Getting to the ultimate culmination, which is the pay-per-view at the end of the month. The pay-per-view sometime during the month. Okay? That's what it should be, man.
Something like that. And first,
That's
two
how it should
weight
be, man.
simultaneous champions.
That's how the pay-per-views and the entire strategy of the UFC should be. Move yourself. Progress. Prove everything to the fans, to the hardcores, then to the casuals, and then you get them to buy in. Then you can sell pay-per-views that way. But people think pay-per-views are dead. I mean, maybe they are. Maybe that's why they don't fucking care about selling pay-per-views anymore. But then why would you build an entire card like UFC 314 in Miami that's absolutely stacked to the gills? If pay-per-views don't matter, then why are they all stacked? When the time is needed, they need to be stacked, right? Not every pay-per-view is stacked, but they're stacked once every 3 months, once every 4 months, right? We get a absolutely loaded card. Why do that if pay-per-views don't matter, you know? It's questionable. Western Massachusetts, maybe, Climber. W. Combatics. Hell yeah, dude. You shall be my lullaby. Trying to sleep. The dulcet tones will soothe you, put you to sleep, man. Hell yeah. Magomed gonna knock Alex the fuck out? You think so? You think so, man? Productions, bro. You think so? I don't know, man. If he stands with Alex, there's just not. That's a dangerous game, brother. That's a dangerous game. How do you think he's going to do it, man? Going to smash him? You think he's going to knock him out on the feet? Or you think he's going to, like, TKO him on the ground? What do you think? What do you think, man? I think Alex is definitely susceptible to take him down and smash him. It's possible. I think if somebody can beat Alex at light heavyweight, it's going to be a Magomed who mixes it up. I love Alex Pereira. Love his striking. Super fun. Ignacio Turner, fucking banger. Absolutely right. 6'3", absolute giants at lightweight. Are they going to make weight, though? That's the question. Are they going to be depleted? Are their chins going to be depleted? Risky. Risky, I tell you. But the ultimate result, can't wait. Rufy's going to chin Bobby. You think so? Dude, Bobby, this might be the end for Bobby here. He has not looked the best as of late, right? This is going to be a tough one. Rufy's fast, creative. You're going to 314, brother? Dude, I'm jealous. 314 is going to be fucking awesome. Volk getting knocked out. You think Volk's going to get knocked out, bro? Man, I love both the guys. Let's see if we can find 314. We'll pull it up on the UFC. Upcoming events. Yeah, Diego round 1. Dangerous as fuck, yeah, man. Dude. Is he going to kill Bryce? Sure of that? Absolutely. I don't know, man. I get a bit wary. They had Mobstar beat Diego's ass. Where's title shot though? Bro, go back and watch the Mobstar fight. Closer than you think. Diego, somewhere in his loss that he took on the Contender Series, if I'm not wrong. If I'm not mistaken, tell me that I'm wrong. But he made some kind of mentality shift where he just went from Patty might sub Michael. Dude, there's a chance, man. But Patty leaves his chin up there, man. But Diego, watch the fight with Mobstar back, much closer than you think. And I'm one of the fans of Mobstar. Got a bit of that boring style, but he's good and he mixes it up, right? Thanks, bro. Appreciate you. Your chat's definitely giving me something to fucking talk about. Oh, I'm not just wasting my time looking at a fucking computer screen here. I don't know if Diego had him in some, right, the sub attempts. You know how MMA is scored, right? Like, I'm assuming that you're not stupid. I know you're smart. Clearly. You put thought into this. But those attempts are dangerous, right? They're creating danger. They're creating some kind of damage to the ligaments, whatever it is, hurting him, right? Damage over everything. Diego Lopez puts fucking damage on guys. The Mobstar fight was close. And maybe on points, Mobstar won. Landing some nasty calf kicks in the clinch. Now, listen, to be fair, I haven't watched it recently. Been a while since I rewatched this, so maybe you're right. I definitely have to rewatch this one in the lead up to this. But, dude, I can't believe. I'm excited for you, man. I'm really hyped for you. 314 is going to be fucking fun. You got good seats? You already bought seats yet? That's my next question for you, man. I think Bryce is fucked too, but, man, if Gene does not have the awareness on the ground that he has the awareness on the feet, oh, you live in Miami, yeah. Sweet. You got good tickets, though? That's my question. Not having to spend money on flights or travel. Yeah, pretty close. All right, good. Love to hear that. Love to hear that shit. What do you think about Yair and Patricio? Yeah, you're going to knock Pitbull out. Pitbull's getting up there, bro. But, man, if he came in there and sparked Yair out, took him out, like a Dan Hooker Chandler situation, would be wild, bro. Sean Woodson might be the first to chin Ige. I don't know. That's a tough one. I don't know if I can go that far with you. Dan Ige got a hell of a chin, super tough, stocky. How the fuck did Dan Ige eat the knees from Movsar is my question. Dude, that fight was good too, man. Protez and Jeff is two fucking savages, right? I think Protez has the better striking, man. I think this is a good jump up in competition for Protez. Jeff Neal's no bum here. No slouch. Protez, I want to see what he's got on the ground, though, man. That one's going to be fucking heater. They're going to be throwing hands, bro. Jeff, very dangerous. Smash Mike Perry. You're absolutely right there, man. Yeah, absolutely right. Diego was close. Short notice, though. Dude, I hear everybody talking about this. Lucas Tracy, I don't know if you watch his videos. MMA Guru. I fucking was listening to MMA Joey. Did you take your video? Yeah, man. That's like my best spot. I've got this set up right now. So it's kind of like good sound absorption. Otherwise, it sounds like shit, man. The car is like one of the best places. If you want to start making YouTube videos, record audio, do anything like that, podcasting, do that shit from your car. They're built to really retain that audio in such a way that's fantastic, unless, of course, you've got like all leather seats and plastic and wood or metal all over the place. Don't film or record anything in there, but your car is one of the best acoustic places for free to use. Okay, you don't have to spend money on fucking foam padding and all this shit. I've got fucking pillows stacked up here, man. This is the way you fucking do it. Otherwise, you're just going to sound like shit. Right, the echoes and all that mess. Cruz retired, absolute legend. Dude, they gave him a good package. I missed it real time, so I didn't get to see the whole thing. I saw clips of it online. Sad to see Cruz, man. Sad to see that happen to him. Get patched in the UFC. Bro, what you think about the Aaron Pico stuff, too? Aaron Pico needs to get in the UFC as well. Bryce is just an idiot from Arkansas. There's plenty of them. What is your take on the did you watch my Bryce Mitchell video? I feel like the guy is not an evil. Yeah, please get Pico in the UFC. Yeah, exactly, bro. I feel like Bryce is not like an evil, mean-spirited person. I think he's just stupid. Right. And then everybody like in the media talking about it, blowing it out of proportion, like nobody fucking watched that shit. Right. Like nobody thinks the way that Bryce Mitchell thinks on everything. Right. Like I like what the guy, dude's retarded. Okay, there's nothing else. There's nothing else to it, man. But like, good Christian guy. There's good things about Bryce Mitchell. He's not like some evil human being. He's just fucking dumb, dude. Just stupid. Arkansas different from most states. Bunch of nut jobs. Yeah, man. I don't know. I feel for the guy because he's just stupid. You know what I mean? Seems like a nice guy. Seems very friendly with everybody. Just dumb. Just doesn't understand stuff. Like, again, Marab is building a wild resume. You want to talk about Marab, dude? Woo. Woo. Damn, son. What state do you live in? I'm not going to let you know that, but I will tell you that I'm an American. I live in the United States. And much like Bryce Mitchell, I'm a proud American, and I can say that out loud. I have no problem saying that. But my face is out here. Rather not disclose that. Somebody will probably figure it out eventually. I'll say some shit that pisses somebody off. Marab definitely has the best, one of the best nicknames ever. But I do not understand what fucking happened from the Ricky Simone fight. Like the way that he fought and then just all of a sudden kicked into fucking 9th gear, 10th gear and just ran through everybody. Like John Dodson, Cody Stamann. Yeah, it's unfair, man. It's like Colby times 2. Like we thought Colby had hella cardio, great stuff. Rob turns it up. Yeah, steroids. It's wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't shock me. I mean, I got something for you, bro. Go watch Icarus. It's a documentary on Netflix, I believe. It's all about the doping. It's crazy shit. Buckley beat the fuck out of Kobe at UFC Tampa. You were in the crowd there for that one too? Dude, you're a hardcore fan all over Florida, man. Yeah, I've seen it, rushing doping. Dude, yeah, right. It's possible. I think that it's totally possible that people are cheating. And I wouldn't be shocked if Morale was doping. But he kind of sucks at fighting in a way. So it's kind of like, whatever. I don't care. You got all the forward cards? Hell yeah, man. How far is, like, Miami to Jacksonville? What's that, like 4, 5, 6 hours maybe? Umar on that Jamba Juice? Bro, he's on that secret juice, bro. Forget Jamba Juice. He's on all the juice. Holland Wonderboy. Dude, that was a fucking great card, wasn't it? Miami to Jacksonville, 6, 7 hours. I've always been curious, like Pensacola, right? All the way to the fucking Key West. That's insane. Like, Florida's much bigger than you would think. Saw Ty get killed by Pavlovich. Ooh. Dude, look. I want to see that card now. Who was on that card? Was Aldo on that card? Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong. Always think of the wrong shit. We'll go Kevin Holland. I want to look back at that card. Orlando, that was a good fucking card. That was a great card. I don't got the money to go to UFC cards, bro. Too expensive, man. All right, we'll start from the bottom just for fun. Kevin took way too much damage. Yeah, man. It was kind of foolish of him to play out on the feet like he did. Trust me, it's different in person. Much better experience. Where do you like to sit, man? Because I've been to some fights. And I will say I don't know if I want to sit way up in the nosebleeds. And I don't really want to sit floor level just because of the other people standing up, getting in the way, close to the cage. Like on the floor, or you get like in the like lower section, but somewhere around the bowl. Or you got that money, you're sitting cage side next to Dana White. Is that you, man? A few rows back? I'm curious because I don't want to sit on the floor because I don't want people standing up in front of me if I'm not standing up, and I don't want like all the production stuff running back and forth. I like the bowl, like right front row of the bowl, man. They have a fighter section. You can see all the fighters. Dude, you got that money, bro. I like it. Even if you don't got that money, you spend it well. I respect it. Hell of a knockout by Izzy. MMA Joey just said that Izzy's got better striking than Alex Pereira. What do you think about that? I'm curious. I know he was sleeping, brother. Crazy shit. Great knockout, great moment. Izzy kind of playing possum there. That was very shocking to me. But Alex cut all that weight, man. You think he's really good? I mean, both are great. Dude, both are great strikers. There's just a level of difference in danger factor and the level of damage that's doled out per strike. Is it like, do you have to take into account power and effectiveness? Izzy's fallen off. Absolutely. I think Izzy arguably had one of the most overrated title runs ever, especially in terms of entertainment value. His fights early on in the run, great. Rob knockout, the Kelvin Gastelum fight, the Paulo Costa performance, dominant. But I don't know. I think down the stretch, over the course of the fights of Izzy's run there, not very impressive. Izzy Kelvin, hell of a fucking fight. I mean, how do you get your run started off in such fantastic fashion, then you take out Robert Whittaker like that, and then you fucking stink it up against Yoel Romero? I think Izzy's, arguably his best performance was against Costa. Right? Just like, didn't get touched at all. Wasn't even competitive. I just don't, the entertainment value, Yoel Romero, terrible fight. Blachowicz, wasn't all that interesting. was not very entertaining. It was fun to watch in the moment, of course, very tense. Like I'm fucking sweating. I'm on the edge of my seat there, but I just didn't really care for it. Alex Pereira, Tom Aspinall are the most dangerous guys in the UFC right now. Hands down. Hands down. When you get in the cage, or if I was to get in the cage, those are the two last guys I'd probably fucking pick. Please make that. Dude, yes. Agreed, man. But the Marvin Vettori fight, rough to watch. Robert Whittaker, too. It was high-level chess match. Fun to watch, but, like, you could make an argument for Rob winning that one. Cannonier was terrible. Then he lost to Pereira. That was, like, it was good. Good fight, but just, it was a loss. Then the Alex Pereira win, kind of a possum thing. He didn't really outstrike Pereira in that one. Alex Pereira was outstriking him in that one. You got the win. Fantastic. You were there, man. Yeah, both the fights were good. It's just he took the L. So, like, how does his resume stack up against others? He's easily, I'd argue, maybe still the best. Could you put him over over Anderson? I don't know. I don't think John wants to fight Aspinall either. They can say what they want, but I don't think John Jones is scared to fight Tom. I think he's scared of what might happen in the fight. Topuria will KO Islam. I like your thinking here, man. He's just so small for lightweight, man. Nobody wants to fight Tom Aspinall. Dude could run over the heavyweights for the next 10 years. Unless, like I'm talking about, these light heavyweights move the fuck up. Move the fuck up. Look at what Jailton's doing. Look at what Jailton has done. Look at what Kennedy and Zexaku is doing. Ilya hits like a fucking truck. Fucking big-ass truck, dude. Almeida Aspinall. I mean, Jailton's obviously got his shortcomings, but look at what he's done, and then look at what Kennedy and Zexaku's doing right now. The light heavyweights, bro, the skill level from light heavyweight to heavyweight, it's worth moving up. If you've washed out at light heavyweight, move up. If you're a big light heavyweight, Ryan Span's moving up. He's going to be taking on Waldo Costa Ortez or whatever the fuck his name is. Why is Blades fighting some nobody? Dude, exactly. I don't fucking know. Don't make any sense. Also, why is Blades not on the fight? Why is he not on the main card, bro? Amanda Lemos Lucindo? Don't give a shit. Anthony Smith's getting knocked out in April? Yes, sir. Poor Anthony Smith. Poor Anthony Smith. The turtle himself, not getting any favors. Van by KO. It's an interesting one. Why is Lemos and Lucindo on the main card? Let me ask you that. Zhang's going to kill him. Dude, what, the Mountain Tiger? Anthony said he had something special lined up for his retirement fight. No, you didn't, bro. No, you didn't. Well, I'll be or not. I think so too. Dude was also, let's be honest, that dude was juiced up. That dude was fucking juiced. Gone his pussy for ducking Tom Aspinall. I missed that one. I don't know if he was ducking it or if he just doesn't have his priorities straight. Either way, dude's not built for fighting. Cyril gone. Petrozzi and Sharo victim. Dude, that fucking knockout. Holy moly, bro. I like Josh Van too. I don't care if that guy wins or loses. He fucking bangs every fight. Bangs every fight. Venom shut. Dude, Sharo's just overrated, bro. Like, he had the great knockout over Petrosian, but you could argue he was losing before that one. Charles Johnson knocked Joshua dead. Yep. Dude, that Charles Johnson lost the other day. Tough, bro. Tough, dog. MVP's going to be good till he's fucking 50. Now, is he going to beat the top 10 in the welterweight division? No. Is he going to beat the top 10 at middleweight? No. Blades has been KO'd too much. Yeah, but I'd still rather them put the long-tenured veteran perennial contender Curtis Blades in the main card over Yasmin Lucindo and fucking Amanda Lemos. Venom should fight Kobe. Interesting fight. That's a fight the MVP could lose, though. Derek Lewis. Oh, dude. huge uppercut. Buckley beat Colby. Yep. Dude, Buckley's good, man. I mean, Colby's tough. Hung in there. I don't like the stoppage, but it was what it was. Should have heard the head. Body shots in dude. I gotta rewatch that one. I haven't rewatched it since then. Buckley can be champion 170. Hey, fucking freak athlete, young, still training. Buckley's tough, dude. And just gonna chin Bilal, just saying. I think Bilal's very underrated. I'll just say that. Jack Jenkins, I'm very high on. Obviously stunk it up against Kevin Holland a little bit. Stunk it up against Basil Hafez a bit. James Suarez was ass whooping of the century. Dude, that was like one of the few women's fights I was actually looking forward to. Very disappointed how that played out. Jack will find a knockout. I think he's one of those guys that just fucking fights. You know, there's guys in there like Dan Hooker. Gamrot had his advantages going into that, but Dan Hooker just made that a fucking dogfight and won the fight. Strickland nose got destroyed. Yeah, dude. Got crushed. Drickus, if he wins, if he beats Hamzat, let's say fights Hamzat next, dude could arguably be the middleweight GOAT already. Just saying. Jack is really good at scrambling and getting up and catching people with a shot. Yeah, he just fucking fights, dude. He just throws shit, man. Just fucking throw. These motherfuckers don't throw shit half the time. Conor McGregor, when he came back against Cowboy, say what you will about Conor, but he fucking destroyed Cowboy's face with the shoulder shots, and hardly anybody had seen that shit before that. Hadn't seen it since very much. Throw elbows on the break. Throw step-in elbows. Use your fucking elbows. Use the fucking knees. Be dangerous. Hurt these guys. John McCarthy says it all the fucking time. Throw elbows and the fucking referees shit their pants. Leon Edwards fucked up Cowboy. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that it was like overly impressive what Conor did with beating Cowboy necessarily, but the way he did it. Just took it right to him, threw everything but the kitchen sink at him in the first minute of the fight and took him out. The creativity of the striking is what I'm trying to talk about. You think John Jones has the best elbows ever? In the upper weight classes? Absolutely no question. No fucking argument there. And I'd argue maybe he does. Matt Brown KO. Talking about the Diego Sanchez one? Holy shit, brother. Holy shit, brother. I gotta watch that now. We're gonna watch that one. What am I looking for, Matt Brown? Let's watch this shit, man. Get ready. People don't remember that Matt Brown beat the fuck out of one boy. I'm too young, man. Some of this stuff is... You might start bringing up stuff that's like before my time. I've seen it. But I wasn't there live, man. I missed out on a lot of stuff. Too young. Too young for this sport, man. I gotta be honest. This sport, before I understood, before I was really into it, hardcore fan, back before I was like 14, 15, better place than it is now. I'm just going to say that. All right. Fighting in the clinch there a bit. Throws a kick. Matt catches it. Has the foot. You ready? You ready? Ready for this shit? We'll pull the volume up even. Shut the fuck up, MMA Guru, for a minute. I was just listening to it. Seeing what he's got to say. See if anything crazy pops up. All right, ready? It was about the third time, and then he just... Still got the leg. Get the fucking copyright right here. Let's hope not. Holds him, posts up against the head, perfectly frames it, gets the distance, got the crook in the elbow right there, front left hand right there. Boom! One of my favorites ever. One of the best and one of my favorites as well, man.
Time, and then he just launches this huge elbow right behind.
Oh my god, dude. You know who really has good elbows? Leon fucking Edwards. Yes, he does when he fucking throws them. When he fucking throws them. You see the end of the Bilal fight? And I'm a Bilal fan. I'm a Bilal, like, I've come around with Bilal, all right? Right, he sliced him up. Fucking beat him up. Within, like, seconds. He had him hurt, cut.
'Tis the show that we're on.
What are we talking about? Like, what? I don't understand why these guys do not use the tools. Could have paralyzed him with a spike. I think it's funny. I don't know if you watch One Championship, but Josh Paccio got dumped on his head by Jared Brooks, and they DQ'd him. But in the UFC, you're perfectly fine to do any of that shit. I think that's funny. I think that One Championship, even though they have the Pride-style rules where you can kick on the ground and knee on the ground, you're not allowed to throw anybody on their head. I find that a little bit funny because then Bilal fucking spikes Leon. All good. Bilal's scary because he mixes it up, bro. Rampage, Arona, insane. We got to see that one. We got to find that one as well. Rampage Slam. Whew. All right, we'll watch in a second. What are you going to say? Arona was never, ever the same after that. I did not follow Ricardo Arona's career much after this, to be honest with you. I've watched this fight, obviously. I've watched back on back, watched all the Pride fights. But, dude, I was too young to understand all that shit. Was that his last fight, really? No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No way. Again, I didn't keep up with that shit, but come on. That wasn't his last fight. What? I mean, this dude was fucking legit, bro. Nothing? No fucking fight history? Give me the fight history. There we go. That wasn't his last fight. I didn't think so. Bro did not fight in the UFC. No. Fought in Pride. I mean, if you want to count that as the UFC because they bought it, sure. He definitely wasn't the same. Yeah, I swore I saw him fight Shogun in Vanderlei. Dude, he fought Jeremy Horn back. Look at his fucking record, Arona, bro. Jeremy Horn, I mean, straight in the fucking fire. Fedor. Jeremy Horn again. Guy Metzger. Dan Henderson. Murillo. Ninja. Rampage said Arona kicked harder than anyone we fought. Probably, bro. You seen some of his fucking kicks? You probably seen that shit. Here he goes. Picks him up. Oh! Dude, I mean, like, with the force of fucking God behind it. Over his head. Over his head. Yeah. Overeem's record is insane. But he headbutts Ricardo on their way down there. Yeah, we'll look at Overeem's for you. Hardest slam in MMA history. I'd like to see one that's harder. Bro, Overeem's record's insane. Win, loss, decision. All right, KO 1. KO Wins all the way up through here. Very impressive. Loses to Chuck Liddell. Loses to Shogun. Nogueira, Arona, Shogun again. All in a row. Karatanov was good. That was another one. I mean, we're up to 6. Bigfoot, Travis Brown, 7-8. Ben Rothwell, Stipe, Francis, Curtis. Dude, I mean, we're up 12, 13, 14 here. Just MMA, not even counting his boxing. Dude, exactly. This is just MMA. But you know what? You know why Overeem was successful? Because he was fucking active. He was an active fighter. Fought all the fucking time and was able to recover from the fights by getting back in there and gaining the fan approval by fighting all the time. Insanity, though. How is this guy getting fucking... I mean, steroids helps out for sure. Definitely helps with recovery there. Definitely. 100%. But you're fighting in August, brutal KO from Chuck Liddell, and then you're right back in there, take out a couple of guys, you take another loss, back in there. I mean, he fought fucking, look at this, 4 times in 2005. Count that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in 2006. Badr Hari fucked him up. Badr Hari was fucking legit, dude. These guys just used to be active, man. They just used to fight all the time. KO lost, and then you're back in there and just a couple months later. Like, of course, it's not good for your brain health, but, like, what are we doing playing around? Like, oh, you gotta stay out there. You know, just get back in there, and nobody cares if you lose. You were fucking there. Pereira got fucking crushed by Izzy. Fucking crushed, man. Crushed. And he got back in there, and he's a bigger star than he ever has been, Pereira. And we're supposed to act like, oh, you know, we got to save these guys. They can only fight once or twice a year, and they can't be against the best guys in the world. Scariest kickboxer versus Overeem. Out cold. Then fighting Jan anyway. Dude, he's like a couple months later. Exactly. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm fucking talking about. Let's see what this video is. Anyway. But he got right back in there, stayed active. And now he's a bigger star than ever. What else can you ask for? These guys, Prates, Gene Silva, why are they popular? Why are they fun to watch? Because they fucking knock motherfuckers out and they're active. Literally sleeping. Yeah, man. A lot of these guys go to fucking sleep. Jesus. Badr Hari was really good, brother. Fucking casuals these days don't even know who he is. Semi Show was good too. You know what you know what's really funny too? Speaking of Badr Hari kickboxing. MMA fans are like totally missing out on fucking one championship and 4-ounce Muay Thai, kickboxing. That shit's great, dude. And if you're not watching that shit as an MMA fan, American MMA fan specifically, they just want them to fucking strike, throw out on the feet, and just blood and guts, right? If Badr could stop takedowns, he would have been hard to fight for anybody, dude. Yeah. Muay Thai kickboxing, like, people are fucking... That's the kind of fighting that Americans like to see. MMA is still my favorite as well. It's more of a chess match. There's more, like... Obviously, kickboxing, very intellectual. Muay Thai, a little bit more slang and bang than kickboxing, but... But, dude, what do we... MMA is just chess match. MMA is where guys get destroyed on the ground. Pride rules, man. One championship, what they do, their MMA rule set, perfect. It's how the UFC should be. Knees on the ground would help grapplers and strikers. Maybe the Dagestanis would be really dominant at first and just destroy everybody and run through everybody, but the game would adapt. MMA is the best because it's everything. Yep. It's a real fight. But American fans that just want blood and guts, that just want a war, 4-ounce Muay Thai, that's your shit. Kickboxing right now, that's your shit. Thoughts on Cejudo? The fight as a whole, or Cejudo's career? The eye poke situation? The way that it played out was very weird. I do not like that. Rod Tank's record, brother, yes. Cejudo and that whole situation, it just was not handled well. You should not be able to eye poke somebody. Song Yadong, I think he was winning the fight. Song deserves to win. He deserves to move on, and Henry Cejudo should take a step back here. But you should not be able to poke a guy in the eyes, and then the fight gets judged. They start the 4th round, the fight gets judged as a whole, and then you win the fight. That's fucking bullshit. Should be a no contest no matter what. And then the promotion, because that's the commission ruling it. Henry ate that flying knee from Song. Dude, that was crazy. But I think any eye poke, anything that ends a fight like that, should be a fucking no contest. Neither guy's wins. Neither guy gets his win bonus. Fucking too bad. That would discourage people from eye poking. That would discourage people from cheating. If you cheat and it goes to the scorecards, neither guy wins. Don't fucking care. Shouldn't get a win anyway. The promotion can do whatever they want with the guys. But the commission, they need to rule it a no contest that these guys have consequences. Did you see the knee from Esteban on Nasrat? Broke his fucking face. Fucking shattered his orbital, I bet. I'd like to see the fucking hospital report. Give me the medical report from Hawk Prost. Hammered that guy. Fucking shattered his entire eye socket there. Guarantee it. But the Cejudo stuff, Cejudo's one of the best to ever do it. And to be able to hang with Song, bantamweight at that age, going through all those fights, being in all that combat sports, having all that experience, that takes a toll on the body. And Henry Cejudo, the fact that he can hang in there with the Song Yadong, didn't look terrible. Was getting beaten up, yeah. And Cejudo confirmed his eye was really fucked up. Yeah, I mean, it was a scratch on the cornea. What was that? What was the last time that happened in a major fight? Sean O'Malley and Brazilian guy. Pedro Munoz. I didn't watch the whole Cejudo and Jason Hergedog thing, man. But it was a little weird to, like, air it out on a fucking podcast. Manel eye poked that guy. Yeah. Yes. Munoz. That was the same kind of thing. Corneal abrasion is what they call it, where it's kind of the scratch on the outer part of the eye. It's for real. I mean, Daniel Cormier fought through that shit. Henry Cejudo, I think he could have fought through that shit. I don't know if you've ever been poked in the eye really bad, but when it's twitchy and you can't even open it, that's a fucking bad eye poke too, man. And that's what Jeremy Stevens, Yair Rodriguez, that's what happened in that one. Like, Jeremy couldn't even keep his fucking eye open because it was just twitching, couldn't even close it. Bilal, the eye poke was really bad there. Bilal got, like, cut really badly there, and he said his vision went dark, couldn't see anything. Daniel Cormier, though, that Stipe one in the third fight, fucking terrible. I mean, we're talking like, dude was like an inch deep in his fucking eyes. Eye pokes are fucking terrible, yeah, man. They ruin fights. And in the Song Yadong situation, they give a guy who won the fight, yeah, he deserved to win it, but, like, I don't think you should be able to win a fight ever off an eye poke. That's bullshit. Groin shots suck, too. You ever see the John Lineker nut shot that he received from Fabricio Andrade? That was bad. Dude was like fucking about to throw up. That's the most recent one that I can think was like just fucking terrible. One of the worst. Victor Henry groin shot. I don't remember that one off the top of my head. But I also don't get to watch every fight live, so sometimes there's fights that I skip live and Victor Henry getting shot, hitting the nuts. I don't watch every Victor Henry fight. Dude's respectable, like the guy, but I don't watch every fight, so I might have missed that one. I don't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, the one championship, Andrade and John Lineker, that was one of the worst ones that I've seen recently. That was probably like 2 years ago now. But yeah, man, you shouldn't be able to win fights off of fouls. Tao Chai. Don't even get him started, bro. I saw an edit earlier. That was fucking dope. Haggerty fucked Andrade up. That was pretty surprising, I will admit. Joe Rogan was talking about Tao Chai the other day. Legatron. Some other guy. Super leg, bro. Dudes, I've only watched maybe a dozen Tao Chai fights in one championship, whatever. Breaking limbs, bro. And fucking knocked out Superbon, bro. Superbon? Muay Thai is the best striking sport. 4-ounce Muay Thai, to be specific. Let's be honest here. 4-ounce Muay Thai from one championship has fucking revolutionized this shit. Tao Chai, Sean Clancy. Yep. Joe Rogan talking about this shit, man. Joe Rogan knows.
He's so good. You're not going to catch him.
I like this shit, man. Dave LeDuc. Insane. But he's fucking awesome. You ever watch any of those Lethway fights? Those motherfuckers are tough. I mean, Tao Chai was taking dudes' arms and taking their legs, just destroying them. Beautiful shit. What was that? Who did Superbon fight when he? Shit, I can't remember, dude. It's getting late. The brain's getting a little foggy here. Who did Superbon knock out? Was it? I just saw it the other day, man. But yeah, there's sex on there.
More ballsies. Modestas Pekauskas smoked
Forrest Griffin
Ankalaev.
Rampage podcast.
Okay. I doubt
What
it.
did you think about that? What did you think about that, man?
What is that?
The first 5 minutes of it or whatever?
I'm going to go. I've been live for 3 hours. I should have been live way less. You say hi to Vanessa. What's up, Vanessa?
I'm curious. I'm
going to Oge.
It's really weird and just awkward. It was funny you love Forrest. I didn't watch the whole thing, man. I just saw the part where he was talking about like racism and stuff. What did you think about the beginning, bro? I'm curious. I don't know. I don't like that stuff, man. It's just like you're like cringe. It's just cringy, man. Like Rampage seemed annoyed at that beginning stuff. Forrest trained hard as fuck. He was knocked out cold many times in training. It's interesting. I just don't like all the fucking race talk, man. I mean, it just is what it is. Normal people don't think about it, don't talk about it. It is what it is. Bryce Mitchell on Rampage. Dude, I feel bad for Bryce in that situation. You know what I mean? Like, why bring him on there? And, you know, they made the excuse like, oh, we already had him scheduled. Just cancel the shit, man. Just cancel the shit. No need to have him on there to talk. Forrest is fucking fun. I like Forrest, but when some of that stuff he said on there, at the beginning of the podcast was just weird, man. Just cringy, bro. What are you talking about that shit for? Forrest is awesome, though. Aside from that shit, awesome dude. Rampage said, what the fuck is wrong with you? From the summit. Yeah. The Bryce Mitchell stuff, man. It's just weird. Forrest is just, I don't know. I like Forrest. I don't like what he said at the beginning of the podcast, man. Just stop embarrassing yourself, brother. Why you gotta be so pathetic, bro? Stop talking about race. Just leave it alone. Be funny. Rampage is funny. Forrest is funny. Government probably wants to kill Bryce now. I mean, I'll be a little paranoid too if I say shit like that. Chrome Gracie got smashed by Bryce. Dude, that was pretty surprising. Bryce is good, dude. And when he arguably outstruck Edson Barboza, that was shocking. That was pretty shocking. Bryce Jean, though. Yeah, it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be good. Gonna be fun. I don't know. I'm excited for it. But we'll see if Bryce can test the ground game. Josh Emmett smashed him. He fucking crushed Bryce Mitchell, bro. Destroyed him. It was not a good look for Bryce on that one. And I don't know what happened, man. He looked like he had, reasonably like educated striking against Edson, and then Josh just fucking ended his career. Did not go well for Bryce in that one. Taporia destroyed Bryce. Yep. But yeah, man. The Josh KO from Jeremy Stevens was nasty, bro. I saw that one the other week, too. I wish I could just pull that shit up real quick. Wish we could just fucking watch this shit without getting fucking... Every time I fucking watch shit, I get fucking copyrighted, bro. It's ridiculous. But yeah, man. Jeremy Stevens fucking... You watch that interview he did with Ariel a couple fucking weeks ago? That was one of the best interviews I've ever seen. And I'm not like the biggest Ariel fan. I respect what he does. He gets the biggest names on the show. Like, what can you can't deny the guy. But that interview with Jeremy Stevens was fucking great. The shit that he pulled out of Jeremy Stevens, fantastic. Dude, the savage, wears his heart on his sleeve. And he's willing to fight whoever the fuck. Jeremy Stevens, dog. Don't even, like... I think that guy's built for fucking bare knuckle. A lot like Mike Perry. Some guys are just fucking built to go to bare knuckle. You think Rafael's going to KO Justin? Late notice? You think he can do it? I don't know, man. Ooh. Dude, that should have been that would have been a better Knuckle Mania main event. Jeremy Stevens, Mike Perry. God. Those are two guys that are built to fucking fight bare knuckle. Eddie Alvarez, good, clean striking. Like, he's a good, clean stand-up fighter. He doesn't have the fucking grit to bear down and fight in bare knuckle. Max smashed Justin. One of the best KOs you'll ever see. I don't think anybody would doubt that. I think that's one of the best performances ever by Max Holloway in that fight. Should we pull up the GFL, my friend? Should we pull up the GFL account? Let's find out. Oh my goodness. Confirmed middleweight matchup. No time, no location, no venue, no date. But it's happening. Right. Luke Rockhold fucking got his teeth smashed in and gave up. He's not that he's not tough, not that he's not a good fighter, but there's just a different level. Right. Luke signed up for bare knuckle and quit. All of these guys that come into it are like, oh yeah, I can strike. And there's many fights. You watch bare knuckle. If you watch enough bare knuckle, you'll see that like they throw in the local guy who's a boxer, who's like clearly more technical, clearly the better, cleaner striker, clearly the cleaner, better, more technical fighter. And some fucking bum off the couch out of his trailer park gets in there and whoops his ass after getting beat up in the first round, comes back in the second round, and whoops up on these cleaner, better strikers, the boxer guys. Because there's a level of toughness that you need to have, a level of durability that you need to have. Otherwise, you're going to get knocked the fuck out. You're going to get your clock cleaned quickly by some of these guys like a Luke Rockhold. But a Mike Perry who's just tough and will grit down on it, he's just next level. Mike Perry's like unstoppable in bare knuckle, right? Jeremy Stevens, he's built for it. It's just what it is. Paige Van Zant's got her tits out on the fucking video. Here it is, man. No time, no place. Jeremy Stevens, Connor, bring that shit full circle, man. Give me that shit all the way. I think Connor, not a guy that's built for bare knuckle. Dude's crazy enough to do it, but he's not built for it. Tony Ferguson, Dylan Dennis, though, bro. Oy. No time, no place, no location, no venue, no money, no nothing. What's happening? Why is this happening? And it's happening at lightweight? Joe Rogan's excited for the legends returning. Let's repost it. Brendan Schaub, Faber Barral. Okay. Did we want this years ago? Yes. Am I interested in this? A little bit. But Faber's what now? 46, 47, 48? Come on. Come on. Ioana and Jacek, Verdum and Frank Mir. They're making interesting matchups. Jake Paul smashed Mike Perry in Tampa. You were there for that one too, dude. You're fucking everywhere, man. Florida's the place to be, apparently. If you got a little bit of money, you can be everywhere across Florida. Get all the fights, all the good shit. You gonna go to GFL, though, if they bring GFL fights to Florida? That's my question. That's my question, bro. Uriah Hall versus Douglas Lima. Dougie still got it? I wonder. Douglas Lima, dude. I was a big fan. Something happened, bro. I don't know what happened with him. When I moved to Vegas, I'm going to go even more. You going to fucking move just to watch fights, bro? That's what it sounds like. Yeah, Karate Combat's legit. I went to that last one in fucking Miami. That was good. I enjoyed the Karate Combat shit. Sure, I'll go to the GFL. Just don't watch. I don't just watch UFC. I watch everything. Yeah, man. Sounds like it. Sounds like we got an AI version of me in there in the fucking chat, bro. I watch anything I can get my hands on, anything I got the time for. I'll watch that shit. But sometimes I just don't have time to catch everything, so I miss shit. I can't do this full time. Darren Owens, breaking news on Brendan Schaub Show. Oy. Formula One. They got like. He was the man, bro. He was the best guy outside of fucking Bellator for a while, legit. That K over MVP was nasty, bro. MVP on the floor and fucking just swings it. Takes him out. Very impressive. Very impressive. MVP Perry, BKFC. That shit was good. That's what I'm talking about. Like, MVP. All right. I don't want to say he wasn't tough, wasn't durable in that fight. He fucking hung in there tough. That was the best bare knuckle fight, probably back and forth that I've seen. Maybe that's the best. Was it the bloodiest? Was it the most damaging from beginning to end? No, maybe not, but it was one of my favorites. Really liked that one. Ferguson's a legend. Dude, Tony's one of my favorite fighters. One of the first fights that I can remember just watching over and over and over again after I saw it. The Barboza and Tony Ferguson fight. Yeah, it was bloody. Yeah, it was gross. But to get a win and just like in that fashion, how do you not love Tony Ferguson for what he's done? Ferguson Barboza, dude. Banger. Man, Tony's downfall, bro. Holy crap. Sad to see it, man. It's like unbearable for me to even comprehend, dude. Just crazy. Ferguson, Lando. That was short notice, right, man? That was a great fight. Dude, he was the fucking best in the world, I swear, man. Creativity, the danger factor, again, I go back to it. Damaging and dangerous, bro. Yves Edwards ain't nobody. Takes the loss to Michael Johnson. Who the fuck loses by decision to Michael Johnson? Danny Castillo, Abel Trujillo, Gleason Tebow, Josh Thompson. Dude, what he put it. The shit that he put Josh Thompson through. Woo. Woo. Edson Barboza right after. Lando Venado right after. RDA the next one. Kevin Lee. He's the kind of guy that would take shit to give shit, right? Didn't matter what happened to him. He was coming forward. Fucking zombie. Tony Ferguson. Dude's fucking zombie. Anthony Pettis. Cowboy. And like, how many fights were late notice again? How many fights were scrapped together last minute? How many fights were changed and opponents were changed? And he would say, give it to me. Feed whoever it is to me. Don't care who it is. That was Tony Ferguson. Dude gets no farewell package, gets no respect on the way out. Pathetic by the UFC, in my opinion. Feeding him to all the killers. Gaethje, Oliveira, Dariush, Michael Chandler, Nate Diaz, Bobby Green, Paddy Pimblett, Michael Chiesa. Like, none of those guys are bad. None of those guys are bad. BJ Penn lost to some guys that were not great. Tony lost to the guys that are at the top of the fucking sport. And he's never going to get the respect that he deserves. Will never. As long as the fans that saw what happened with Tony are alive, he will be remembered. But I fear that after those fans leave the sport, he'll be forgotten. And it'll be Habib, Conor. Say what you will. But this fucking run, Yves Edwards all the way to Donald Cerrone. Hard to find a better streak. I know he's got the loss to Michael Johnson in there, but I include it. The performance against Gaethje was very admirable. Hung in there with Charles. Hung in there with Beneil. Then gets crushed by Chandler. But that run, man, hard to say this will ever be topped again. And honestly, for tonight, my friend, Productions, enjoyed chatting with you for the most part, last hour or so. Good shit. And for anybody else out there listening, that'll do it. Tony Ferguson, 41, will be taking on Dylan Dennis at some point in the GFL, allegedly. And me praying to the MMA gods tonight as we sleep. Tony somehow brings back the old blades and shades. Does it. Use the elbows. Slice him up. Finish Dennis off. That's what we all want to see. And with that, we'll call it a night. So for me, anybody listening, enjoy your night. Sleep well. Dream and pray for Tony Ferguson to bring back the honor. Bring back the fighting spirit. Bring back the aura of El Cucuy and get this shit done. So that'll do it for